Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Noni and today we're going to discuss some new Excel functions that you can avail or you can access using the latest versions of Excel like MS 365 or Excel 2024. So for this video, we're going to focus on two functions. Okay, we're going to focus on the unique and sort function and well, three functions, and sort by function. So we have here unique and sort by function. We'll do this in this video. If you're wondering like what about the rest, I'm going to send them or create different videos for them because they're not the same as the two functions that I'm going to discuss. So let's start. So the unique function is a function that allows you to remove duplicates from a table, but not with the use of data and remove duplicates tool, but instead using a formula. So if you're familiar with remove duplicates, then that's what exactly unique function does. So all you have to do is, of course, let's start with the equal sign. And then let's say that I want to put here unique function. And as you can see here, it says the unique function returns the unique values from a range or an array. So let's start with a range only. So I can access here unique open parentheses, and then it's asking for a unique value. So in this case, I'm going to highlight, let's say the first array that I have here, let's say B2 to B32. So enter, and that's it. You now have a unique list of names or values in the cells B2 to B32. Of course, you can highlight the entire column, but if you do that, it will pick up the first name, the first row, and at the same time, for any blank cell, it will show up zero. We only get 1 0 because all those blank cells are technically duplicates and they will only reflect as 1 0 in the result of the function. For now, I'll just stick with my B2 to B32 and then click enter. So now I have a unique list of the names under column B. Now, take note that you can also use the unique function to sort of like create a table from two columns. So instead of just highlighting just column B, I will also now highlight from A2 to B32. So I now have two columns to include. So I'll now click close and then hit enter. And now I have a table instead of just a singular column for the result. So this is what the unique function does in an overview. Take note that you can also sort of like identify whether you want to return unique columns or unique rows. Okay, but in our case, we want the unique rows. That's why the default is actually zero. Just get unique columns is if your data is columnar rather than by rows. So the difference. In most cases, so that's the unique function. Now, the sort function can sort data. So simply put, okay, let me just insert space to. So I want the data, the ID numbers sorted. So I can go here and say equals sort, then open parentheses, and then highlight the data E2 downwards, and that's it. Let's close it. And you will see that you will now have a list of the ID numbers, same rows, same number of rows versus the original data source. The only difference is that instead of this jumbled arrangement, you now have the sorted version, which by the way you can change by using the sort order over here. So either ascending or descending, one for ascending and -1 for descending. Now I'll switch it back to just ascending, okay, and enter. Because if you don't put ascending, now take note that you can also use more than one column for function, an array, okay, then close, and by default it will sort according to the first. Take note that I can change that. So instead of sorting the first column, I can command the sort function to sort based on the second. This is the sort index. So as you can see, instead of this can loop, it's jump. And that's where we can bring in the unique function. So what we can do is start with unique and highlight the rest of the cells. So you have here your unique and then enter. So now I only have the unique values of this table. But just like the first one, it's not really that sorted yet. And that's why we can bring in sort function to take over the result of the unique function. So now I will sort the result of the unique function and then close parentheses, enter, and now it's also sorted, not just removed duplicates. So that's how the sort and unique function works. I hope this helped you. But if you're curious, there's also another function named sort by. It's not really that far from the sort function. If you go to sort by, it works almost the same as the sort function. To demonstrate this, I have this new data set. Okay, so regions, names, and ID numbers. And I'm going to use the sort by function. So the first thing that the sort by function needs is an array. So I will highlight the rest, plus excluding the header. Then comma. Then I'm going to highlight which column I'm going to base the data from. Like in sort, that you only have to type the number 2, for example, to signify that you want to sort it. That will result into the error in the sort by function. Because the sort by function relies on another array in order to perform that. So in this case, I'm going to highlight the regions, for example, and then close. And this will give me a result wherein the data is sorted according to the regions. Because that's the array that I selected for the second argument. To demonstrate this further, I'm going to change the by array argument into the names, and then close, and then hit enter. And now you can see that it's now sorted based on the column of names instead of the column of regions. And that's how the sort by function works. And just like the sort function, I can put comma, and then I can decide if I want an ascending order or descending order. So in this case, I'm going to, let's say, try the descending order. So I'm going to try -1. So instead of the first letters E, J, L, N, the names over here, the first ones, I will now have Timothy as the first data in the array. Now that is what the sort by function is. Okay. Now it has another benefit. Okay, something that what really sort by function is really good at. And that is if you have another sort order. So right now we're sorting according to the names. Okay. But let's say that after the names, I want to sort according to the regions or vice versa. Let's do region first because I think that would look nice. So I will highlight A2 to C14 again, and I'm going to tell sort by function to sort according to the region. Then comma. I will now need to determine whether I want an ascending order or descending. Take note that I can skip this by just putting a comma, and Excel will default to the number 1. In many cases, if you skip putting an argument in the formula, it will default to the number 1. So here I will just put comma because it will just default anyway to the ascending order. And as you could see in the guide, it's now asking us to enter a second array. So in this case, I will then sort by ID, by names, and then that's it. I could now also determine whether I want it sorted by ascending or descending. So I will just skip that one. But just to show you with complete, I will say this number 1 over here and comma 1 again, saying that I can sort here based on the Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao in ascending order. And for the names, I will also sort them in ascending order. Take note that I can also switch this to -1, and it means that the data will be sorted in the names in the descending order. But before that, let me show you first. Both are in the ascending. Enter. So as you could see here, it first sorted according to the region. That's what first sort order is, the region. And then the second column is arranged alphabetically. So J, N, S, T, E, L, P, T, and then E, N, O, S. one benefit of the sort by function is I can change the second sort by second array to descending order. So this Luzon, Mindanao is still L and B. Now Timothy first. So that's the capability of the sort. Can have multiple uh, sorting. That's it. That's the unique function. The sort. I hope this video helped you. And if it indeed helped you, we would appreciate a like on the channel. It helps us with the algorithm, and of course it inspires us to create more videos. If you have any questions, feel free to use the comment section. I'll try my best to answer. But for now, that's it. Thank you and see you in the next video.